Hi everyone, it's Lori from Crystal Earth Magic. Today I want to talk a little bit about people draining our energy, things draining our energy. We're all feeling exhausted and frustrated and those kinds of things that I hear a lot from you guys. And so we need to be as clear as possible and take our power back in whatever way we can in order to have more energy to do the things that we want to do and to navigate through these crazy times. So I want to talk about energetic cords. Now, a lot of you probably know about energetic cords. Maybe you've worked with this kind of removal in your travels through spirituality and through healing. But what are energetic cords? So negative energetic cords are created anytime there is what we would call a power struggle or a power imbalance in a relationship. We normally connect them and have them connected to us from those we interact with most. It can be our significant others, our children, our parents, our coworkers, our friends. We would love to say that we're all completely evolved humans and operating out of unconditional love, but that just isn't the case on planet Earth, not yet. Maybe in some of your relationships, but we're all human and we're learning to get rid of all those lower negative patterns, but we still have them. And so we put our energetic cords in other people to take their energy. It's kind of like having power over someone. We do this unconsciously or consciously. Past, present, and future, and other people do it to us too. There are certain people who, after spending any amount of time with them, you often feel drained, exhausted, in a much lower vibration than when you began. And like I said, often these people are those closest to us. Doesn't have to be, but we interact with them more, so it would make sense that they're the ones who drain us most. As we spend holidays with family members, that happens a lot, and people feel very drained and often get sick after holidays, and we blame it on close quarters when that's not the case. It's that your energy was drained and you lowered your vibration and your body didn't like it. So energetic cords, looking at them clairvoyantly, look like gnarly old tree roots. If you've ever seen one of those giant willow trees that has met its demise, but the roots and the stump is still there, that's what it looks like to me. And they're all gnarly and dark and all convoluted and stuff like that. Even if you don't see them, you can feel them. That you've got like something in the pit of your stomach or something attached to you that drains your energy. Most people know this on some level. They might not use the word energy cords, but they might say, I have something in the pit of my stomach. I have something in my gut that doesn't feel right. I feel drained after being with so-and-so, Okay. So oftentimes these cords are in our solar plexus. So this area of our this area from the base of the sternum on down to the belly button. That's our solar plexus. It is our power center. So it would make sense that if someone wanted to take our energy, they would be putting energy cords into that area. And that's usually where we see them, although they can be in any area of the body and energy field. You can even have cords between you and someone who is deceased. You can have cords between you and an institution, such as a religion, such as where you work, etc. Anytime there is a power struggle, these cords can definitely come to be. So we can see them as those yucky roots. They're usually dark and convoluted. They don't feel good, or you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach or somewhere else in your body that something isn't clear, something isn't right. What I have my clients do is imagine that they're looking down on their body from above and that they can see in it like it's clear crystal, and look for any of those things that I described, the dark, gnarly roots that don't feel right, that don't look right, and look for them. When you see them, state your intent that you want to get rid of them. Often we call our higher self, Archangel Michael, your chosen ascended master. I work with Yeshua and Mother Mary a lot. So you can call any of those beings to assist you. And of course, your higher self. You can call Source or God itself to help you. remove these. Now, once you have stated your intent to remove these cords, you can either start pulling them out, or you can ask your chosen representative to do it for you. You know, often as we move along our evolution, ascension, as we learn how to do these things, our team will help us, but they want us to do it. So again, pulling, pulling, pulling. Every time you pull something out, put it somewhere for disposal. You can either throw them up into a vortex that you've created in the ceiling. You can throw them into, my favorite is a cauldron of ethereal fire and violet flame, and that's what I throw them in. Anything that you would dispose something that you didn't want in, you know, you can do that. You can also hand them to your guides to get rid of and transmute and transform into light. So pull, pull, pull. Sometimes if these are really old cords, perhaps from childhood or maybe another lifetime, you might be pulling for a while, and just trust that you will know when you've pulled enough. As you pull them out, throw them into your disposal of choice. Often what I do when I'm taking these out of people during sessions is pull on the other ends. It doesn't matter who it's to, but we pull out the other ends, and we also put that in the disposal. Again, you can do this in a meditation with your intent, asking your team to help you get rid of these energy cords that don't serve you, that are draining your life force energy, and that you want to get rid of. You know, on one way of looking at this is all of these things serve us, even if they seem negative in this reality. They all serve us because they're teaching us the right use of energy, the proper use of energy. As we move forward with this evolved ascending earth, we're going to have to operate in different ways. You know, it will no longer be acceptable to pretend we don't know that we're putting cords in someone, or that someone is draining us and we're allowing it. Why would we allow that? Well, often we allow it because our emotions are not clear, or they are manipulated. For instance, if we feel guilty towards a family member, we might allow them to drain us. You know, think of parents and children. You know, we might feel guilty or responsible or ashamed about something, and so we allow them to drain us. Think of different experiences in your life or different relationships where this is probably happening now. You know, we probably all have these. And the thing is, we can remove them. We can ask our team to remove them. We can pull them out. But as any gardener knows, if you don't get every single molecule of a root of a dandelion or another weed in your garden, it's going to be back pretty quickly. So again, if we don't change the energetic patterns that cause these things to lodge in us, then they will come back. So that's something to always be fastidious about. Look frequently. If you don't feel right, look frequently for these things and ask that they be removed from your team, or else you can pull them out yourself. Most people are really easily able to do that, looking down on their body from above and seeing what doesn't serve them. If there are any of those dark, gnarly cords, you yank them out, ask your team to do it. It's very, very simple to do. Your pure intent is what's important. If you're still connected to someone by a negative emotion, like we said, guilt, shame, anger, whatever. Anger causes cords too. All of these, any kind of negative emotion that isn't love, compassion, you know, and the higher vibrations can cause an energetic cord to form. And again, most people are walking around with these between each other, and they're just draining and draining and draining each other. And we think that's love. Well, we're gonna come to find that that's not love at all. You know, that's 3D humans reacting negatively in power struggles when there's nothing to struggle about. We're all infinitely powerful. We just have to remember who we are. You know, we can never get rid of these beautiful, luminous cords of love that connect human beings that have love bonds. No one can get rid of those. They're beautiful. They're these ethereal light cords, and there's no way that you can mistake the two. But it's very important that we do this frequently, you know, especially if we are feeling drained, and especially if we are in those power struggle relationships, divided houses, And especially with the holidays coming up, it's important to look at this frequently so that we can be all we can be, so that we don't get sick or depleted, so that we can keep on serving others by keeping ourselves full and clear and just ready to go with whatever comes, because stuff's coming and we need to be ready, and we can't walk around depleted because that's not serving anyone. You know, the old days of giving our energy away when it isn't warranted are over. You know, this is all teaching us about that right use of energy. So give it a try and just start pulling it out. Most people know to whom the cords are connected, but sometimes you don't. You don't have to know. If you want to know, simply ask, and maybe you will hear the answer, get a flash of the person or the institution. You know, if someone in your life has passed, and you still have anger or that triggered feeling when you think about them, you know, there may be an energy cord. And so ask to be shown that cord to so-and-so and let it go. Not only are you helping yourself, you're letting them be free, you know, because we are always eternally connected to those whom we love and our soul group, you know. So if you can let them be free, that helps them on the other side, you know, and certainly it helps you here. To forgive, let go, you know, it doesn't mean you agree with something someone did. It doesn't mean you condone their actions, but you're doing this to be free. There are so many things that we can do very easily each and every day to be free of all of these negative influences. And again, I know a lot of people have trouble with, oh, but you know, that's my kid, or oh, that's my mom, or that. It doesn't matter. The luminous cords of love will always be there, but those negative interactions don't help anyone, you know. So give it a try and see how it feels. Especially look for them in that solar plexus area, like I showed you. And they can be anywhere though. You know, if you have certain places in your body that feel really yucky after being with certain people, look in those places, you know, and trust that you can look at yourself from above and intuit if there are any problems, you know. So let me know how it goes for you. If you have any other experiences that helped you with regard to getting rid of energetic cords. I find so many of them. It's something I do probably almost in every session. I mean, there are very few sessions where people don't have detrimental cords attached to them, and we get rid of them just the same way as I told you. It's not complicated. You just have to set your intent and understand that you're not serving anyone else by allowing these cords to remain. So this is Lori with Crystal Earth Magic. I hope you liked the video and it was helpful, and let me know if you have any other ideas that have worked for you. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.